Have you ever wondered how a city with no gold, no buildings, and no walls became one of the richest civilizations in history? Or how a poor man earning just enough to survive ended up becoming the wealthiest man in Babylon? Once a dusty, ordinary patch of land rose to become a shining symbol of wealth, wisdom, and power. It became known for its advanced engineering, thriving agriculture, and streets lined with gold and precious gems. But before all that glory, Babylon had nothing except fertile soil and a river. Was it luck? Or was it something else? Truly. Set Babylon apart were its people skilled, smart, and determined. Their knowledge of trade, the arts, and engineering helped shape the city into a legendary empire. But like any city, it had its extremes. The ultra-rich flaunted golden chariots, while the poor built those same chariots, barely surviving. Among them was Arkad, a tired, underpaid scribe who spent his days etching records onto clay tablets, struggling to feed his family, living hand-to-mouth. Until one life-changing encounter with Algamish, a wealthy moneylender, changed everything. Arkad wasn't special, but he was hungry to learn. He saw Algamish not just as a customer, but as a chance to gain the secrets of building real, lasting wealth. From that day forward, Arkad dedicated himself to learning how to save, budget, invest, and even how to bounce back from failure. He made mistakes, lost money, trusted the wrong people, but he kept going. And in time, he mastered the laws of gold that had built Babylon itself. Impressed by Arkad's transformation, Algamish entrusted him with managing his wealth and eventually left him a share of his fortune. From nothing, Arkad became the richest man in Babylon, so much so that even the king asked him to teach others the art of building wealth. And now, it's your turn. Stay with me in this video, because by the end, you'll discover exactly what Arkad learned, and how to use it to transform your own life. Lesson number 1. Save at least 10% of what you earn. The first lesson Arkad taught people is also very simple. Save money. You may have heard this a million times before, but probably because it really kickstarts the journey to wealth. Algamish said, "A portion of everything you earn is yours to keep. When you receive your daily wage or monthly salary, you buy your meals and pay restaurants. You buy your groceries and pay stores. You buy your clothes and pay brands. Why forget to pay yourself? It's your own money in the first place, so pay yourself first." To do this, you have to start. The habit of saving 10% of what you earn. The logic is pretty basic. If you want your purse or wallet to have money, then fill it with money and keep it there. Fatten your purse or wallet. Let's say you earn $100 in the middle of the month. The moment your manager hands you your paycheck, keep in mind that you can't spend 10%. The $10 will be saved and put away. In 1 month, with 2 paychecks, you'll already have $20. If you keep this up for the next months, it's impossible for your wallet to become empty. You'll always have money, okay? Or better yet, create a bank account and deposit the $10 immediately. You'll be less tempted to. Spend your savings if you don't physically handle them. I'm pretty sure Amish ... and Arkad would have done the same thing too if there had been banks and ATMs in his time. Imagine how much you can save in an entire year. That would be $20 a month for 12 months, or $240. That's definitely not an empty wallet or bank account. Lesson 2. Control your spending. Lesson number 2. Control your spending. You might be thinking, how can I save 10% when it's hard to live on 100% of my income? This brings us to the next lesson. Control your spending. Arkad really got it. That your daily needs will always equal your income, so you have to put a stop to that thought. Protest it. Remember, you only have 90% of your earnings to spend. You'll be surprised to see that you can actually meet your needs in that 90%. That's why it's important to learn how to budget. The real goal of a budget is to help increase your savings by reducing your expenses. First, make a list of all the items you think you need and how much they cost. Is the total amount less than 90% of your income? If so, then good for you. You can choose between spending it on leisure or adding it to your savings. But if the total amount is more than 90%, then re-examine your budget. There are surely items that need to be eliminated. Some of them are just wants, not needs. Take out all the necessary items to match that 90% of your earnings. If you get to the point where you think you can't cross anything off anymore because you're convinced that these are necessary expenses, then try looking for cheaper alternatives. Today, markets have many different products to offer, and the internet is full of information. Do everything you can to make your budget work, but don't spend your 10% savings. Lesson 3. Invest your savings. Lesson number 3. Invest your savings as soon as you save a tenth of your salary and control your expenses. You'll notice that your wallet or a bank account is getting very fat. Saving a lot is satisfying, but it doesn't earn anything. This is the third lesson. Invest your savings. Gilgamesh once told Arkad, "Every piece of gold you earn is a slave working for you. Every copper you earn is your child, who can also earn for you. If you want to become rich, then what you thrift must earn, and your children must earn, so that everyone can help give you the wealth you desired." Now, this is the part where you have to be most careful. Investing ... is supposed to create for you an income stream that can continually fill your wallet, even when you are just sitting around or taking your free time to travel. This is why it is important to keep in mind to choose your investments wisely. Remember, when Arkad partnered with a brickmaker to buy and sell jewelry and they got cheated, well, Arkad lost all his savings there, so he had to save again and start with an empty pocket. This is why it is important to choose your investments wisely. You must protect your treasures from losses. The 5 laws of gold, according to the book, there are the 5 laws of gold. You must know them because wealth is reserved only for people who know its laws and follow them. The first law is that gold comes to those who always save a tenth of their income to secure their own future and that of their family. This is, in fact, our number 1 lesson. So, congratulations, you are already 1 step ahead. Second law is that gold is very eager to work for you when invested in the right opportunities. When you find the best place to invest your money, it will gladly multiply for you as the years go by. The third law is gold clings to its owner, who carefully takes the advice of wise men in the handling of money. Find yourself a mentor, just as Arkad did with Gilgamesh, when you seek the advice of your elders who are wise in the handling of money. You receive the wisdom of many years. One could say that their ancient techniques may no longer be applicable in today's world. Yes, maybe some. But there are lessons that are as important in your time as in theirs. Look at what we're doing now. We're learning wisdom from a book thousands of years old, but you have to admit you're getting a lot of information. If you think you can understand things better when told by someone a little closer to your age, then you can find one too. Today, there are tons of young financial advisors and mentors out there, and they even make a living from their financial advice. So rest assured that they've really put in the effort to acquire wisdom about wealth. Keep meeting wise people in business and investments. It doesn't matter if you know them personally, have read about them in a magazine, or just found them on the internet. Listen to their advice. Maybe you have a notebook to write down everything you learn. And then reflect and decide which of their advice works best for your plan. The fourth law is gold departs from him who invested in a business or purpose he does not desire, is not familiar with, or even approved by those knowledgeable about investments. This is Arkad's first investment mistake. I trusted a brickmaker for a jewelry business. Will you go to a farmer when you're sick? No. You'll consult a doctor. Likewise, will you go to a doctor to ask about crops? No. You ask a farmer. But if someone offers you a business, do a background check. How much does this person know about this business, or about the business itself? And how much do you know about this business? Don't rush into a decision because you know that person, or simply because they offered you a great return. Research the business. Ask that person for a business plan. Pay attention to the details and processes. Make sure everything is well thought out. Then, if you see some light in the plan, it seems like it could be a good opportunity, go to your mentors. Discuss with them and ask their advice whether the business will really make you a profit in the long run. The fifth law is, gold flees from a person who relies on investments that promise large, possible profits, or who believes the advice of swindlers and schemers. Just like good times, when you have money saved up, many opportunities will present themselves to you. But not all of them are real. There are countless stories of scams, especially nowadays. Many times people will approach you and invite you, saying that if you invest some money in their company, your investment can double or even triple in just a few months. Remember this, there is always a high risk hidden in every plan to suddenly achieve great wealth. Perhaps it really will double your investment in a month. But what happens next? Will you still earn? Will you make money from it? Or will you need to invest more? What about in the long run? In the words of Algamish, a small, sure return is better than a risk. Keep these 5 laws in mind and master them. Use them when choosing your investments. When investing, it is important to learn how to ensure that your capital or your first investment will always be safe. Lesson 4. Build your own house. Lesson 4. Build your own house. The next lesson you must learn is that you must build your own house. Once you are doing well with your investments, it will now be easier to approach money lenders like banks to apply for a home loan. Banks and other lending entities also look for good investments. They will be happy to help those who can repay them. They will need proof of your income to ensure that you can pay regularly and on time. This is a good way to build a house early in your life, because if you are only going to rely on your savings, it could take you years before you can own a house. Considering that building one requires a large sum, you already have the plan to build a house, and you are already saving for it. Why not have one now while you're saving up? It's an even better option when I'm only renting a place for now, because having your own house will mean you won't have to rent anything anymore. You should consider this as soon as possible, because it's a different kind of joy and satisfaction to have a roof over your head. A house is a smart investment, especially if you already have a family or are about to have one. Lesson number 5, secure your future and that of your family. Lesson 5, secure your future and that of your family. When you become more settled, you have to start planning for the years to come. Old age will catch up with you, or worse, your health could fail you. You'll no longer be able to work. So, it's important to have enough money that can continue working for you. Secure your own and your family's future. Wise people start buying houses and land because these two properties, especially land, will have greater value over time. When the time is right, these properties can be sold at a very good price. It's also a good idea to get retirement plans and life insurance. You can also start investing in stocks. Invest in companies that will continue to grow for years to come. Try to take advantage of the many opportunities the stock market offers. And of course, there's no better security for your family than passing it on to ... Teach your children the wisdom of wealth. Lesson 6. Keep learning your trade. Lesson 6. Keep learning your trade, no matter how much you learn about saving and investing. There will always be more to learn. Keep learning your trade. If you're an entrepreneur, keep learning about the market to sell more. If you're a farm owner, keep studying methods and crops to produce more. If you're a freelancer, keep learning different skills to earn more. Don't lose ... the thirst for wisdom you had from the beginning. You started from the bottom, aspiring to grow, and you can always go further. The more experiences you have, the more real opportunities you will attract. There are many more lessons to be learned in real life. These 6 lessons from the book are just ... guides, or a head start. But since you're still watching this video, I'm going to let you in on some more secrets from the book. 1. If you want to get rich, action is your best ally. All this passed down wisdom remains dead if not put into practice. 2. Make good friends along the way. Choose those who also live by the wisdom of wealth. There will come a time when you will need help, and it is wise to accept help from someone you already trust. 3. If you are the one helping a friend, help them in a way that doesn't burden you. Always be cautious. 4. If at some point you have a lot of unpaid debts, don't keep borrowing to pay them off. Your first debts. What you have to do is keep working, then divide your paycheck. Save 10% and live off 70% and use 20% to pay all your creditors in proportion to what you owe them. 5. You have to decide to claim your share of the good things in life. As lesson number 6 taught us, we must keep learning. So, if you want to learn more, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And what action will you take after watching this video? Let us know in the comments. Till then, have a fantastic day.